everybody and welcome. Today's project is going to be an adjustable collar. I am going to use a Thane adapter. If you're not familiar with a Thane adapter, I will leave a link below. I show you guys how to make your own. The supplies for this collar that you're going to need are, I am using 3/4 of an inch O-ring. I used these on a Christmas project and I liked how they came out. So I thought, you know, every once in a while maybe I can mix it up a little bit and use them. So I am using two 3/4 of an inch nickel plated O-rings. I have one on one side of the double cow's hitch setup, and then, oh, sorry about the squeaking, here is the other one. So if you are not familiar with how to do a double cow's hitch hookup, I will leave another link below for you guys. I should teach you guys how to do a double cow's hookup, and also how to hook it up to your jig if you're not sure how to do that. I have directions on that as well, and I will leave that link to that video down below as well. So for the cord colors that I'm going to be using today, I'm using all 550 Paracord today. I will also be using another cord in electric blue, as well as cord in midnight blue, and I have this really pretty blue blend color. I can't remember the name of it, which happens to me every once in a while, but I will have it on the screen for you guys. I am just going to call it Blue Mix because that's what it looks like to me, but that is not what it's called, and it'll be on the screen now, as well as I do list all the supplies and where I get them down below for you guys, with all the links to where they are, and I will have it with the correct name down below as well. So to start this project off, again, your double cow's hitch will be hooked up in the electric blue. The next cord that you're going to be adding is the Blue Mix. What you're going to want to do here is you're going to loosen up your cow's hitches just a little bit. I am using a paracord needle to slip it through. If you don't have one, you can melt the end of your cord just a little bit to make like a little cap on it so you can slide it through better. So I'm going to go from right to left, and I'm just going to go right in between both cow's hitches, just like that, and I'm going to pull that cord to the other side and to the middle at the top. The next cord that I'm going to be adding is the midnight blue, and I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm just going to go right through both of those cow's hitches. I'm going to pull that to the other side and have the middle at the top of my work. And the last cord is going to be the other electric blue cord. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to go through this one cow's hitch right in the center of it. I'm going to go underneath the two stitches going towards the left and come up the middle of the left cow's hitch. So I'm going to go right in between, underneath the first stitch, underneath the second stitch, right up the middle of the cow's hitch on the left, pull that through, and bring the middle to the top. Okay, so once you have all of your cords in the middle, I do suggest you double check your measurements just to make sure that they're correct. Tighten up your work up at the top, and I do suggest that you roll up your ends. It does make it a little bit easier to work with. If you are using the same color with multiple cords, I do make the suggestion of rolling up one bundle different than the other. So these are the cords that are on my left side, and I have the electric blue that's coming out of my double cow's hitch rolled up just a little bit smaller than the one that is at the top of my work. And that's just to help me know which one I'm going to be grabbing. So my right and left cords that are coming out of my cow's hitch are the small ones, and then the ones on the top will be the larger ones. And with all that out of the way, we can get started. So I'm going to be starting off on my right side, and I'm going to be taking my smaller bundle of electric blue, and I'm going to go underneath this first cord, basically right up the middle, and then over that second cord on my left. So I'm just going to go under, right up the middle, and then over. I'm going to take now my smaller bundle of electric blue on my left side. I'm going to go underneath the cord that I just worked with. And now I'm going to basically do the same thing. It's just a mirror image. So I'm going to be going underneath my first cord, which is now on my left, right up the middle, and then over the cord on my right side. Next, I'm going to take my blue mix on my right side, and what you're going to do here is you're going to go underneath all of your work and then right up in between these two elongated cords. So right up the middle. And then I have this loop on my right side. I'm going to go down that loop. Now I'm going to take the blue mix on my left side, and I'm going to go underneath all my work again and right up the middle of these two elongated cords. And then I have this loop right here that I made on my left side. I'm going to go down that loop. Now I'm going to find these two horizontal electric blue cords, and I'm going to pull up on them a little bit. It does make it a little bit easier to work with. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to take my midnight blue on my right side, and I'm going to go over these cords and around them and then out the right side. So I'm going to go over and around and out the right. Now I'm going to take the one on my left side, and I'm again going to go around these two horizontal cords, but I'm going to come out the left side. So go over and around and out the left. And then you can see I'm on the left side of my working cord. Now I'm going to take my larger bundle of electric blue, and I'm going to go around these two horizontal pieces again, but I'm going to be coming right up the middle. So go over and around, and then just straight up the middle. So you're on the left side of your cord. And for the left, you're going to just go around those two horizontal pieces and then straight up the middle again. So you're going to go over and around, straight up the middle. You'll be on the right side of your working cord, and then you can just tighten it up. Once you have that tightened up, we can start that weave all over again. So I'm going to start on my right side, and I'm going to go underneath, right up the middle, and then over that second cord. Take the smaller bundle of electric blue on my left side now, go underneath the cord that I just worked, underneath the first cord, right up the middle, and over that second cord. Next I'm going to take the blue mix, and I'm going to go right underneath and then up the middle. And then I have this loop on my right. I'm going to go down that loop. Take the one on the left now, go underneath, right up the middle. And then you have this loop right here on my left. I'm going to go down that loop. Next, I'm going to find those two horizontal pieces and pick up on them a little bit. I'm going to take my midnight blue on my right side, and I'm going to go over those two again, and I'm going to come out my right. So I'm going to go over and around and out the right. Take the one on the left now. I'm going to go over and around and out the left. So for this weave, what we're going to be doing is we're going to take the larger bundle on the right and we're going to go over those two horizontal pieces again, but instead of coming up the middle, you're going to come up the right side. So you're going to go over and around, and now you're coming out the right. Take the one on the left, you're going to go over, but you're going to come out the left side. And over and around and out the left. And for the larger bundle of the electric blue, you're going to be going back and forth each weave of coming up the middle or going out the sides. We can tighten this up now. Once we have it tightened up, we can start again. So I'm going to start on my right again with a smaller bundle of electric blue. I'm going to go right up the middle and then over. I'm going to take the smaller bundle of electric blue on my left side. I'm going to go underneath the cord that I just worked. Right up the middle again and then over that second cord. Take the blue mix on your right side now. You're going to go underneath your work and right up the middle. You're going to go down this loop on my right side. Take the one on the left now. Go underneath your work, right up the middle. And you can go down that loop on the left side. Pick up on those two horizontal pieces. Take your midnight blue on the right. You're going to go over and around those two horizontal pieces and out the right. Take the midnight blue on the left. You're going to go over those two horizontal pieces, around and out the left. Now we're back to the larger bundle of electric blue, and before we came out the sides, we're going to go back to coming out the middle. So take the one on the right. You're going to go around those two horizontal pieces and you're going to come straight up the middle. So you go around and straight up the middle. Take the one on the left, go around and straight up the middle. And then you can tighten it up. And once you have that tightened up, you can start that weave all over again. So go right up the middle, then over. Take the one on the left, go underneath the cord that you just worked, right up the middle again, and then over. Take the blue mix, go underneath, right up the middle, go down that loop on your right. Take the one on the left, go underneath, right up the middle, down the left side. Find those two horizontal pieces. Take your midnight blue on the right, go around, and then out the right. Take the one on the left, go around, and out the left. So we're back to the electric blue larger bundle, and I'm going to take the one on the right, and instead of coming up the middle, I'm going to go to the right. So go over and around and out to the right. Take the one on the left, go over and around and out to the left, and tighten it up. Okay, so I went down another 2 weaves so you can see a bigger portion of the pattern, and you're going to want to do the same weave all the way down the collar. Always remember that you just do the opposite with the middle cords on the next weave. You're going just back and forth. And I'm going to continue doing this weave, and when I am done with and when I'm at the end of the collar, I will show you guys how to do the tie off and how it looks with the Thane adapter on. Okay guys, so I finished my collar and I took it off the jig, and now I'm going to sew in these top cords. So I'm going to sew in the midnight blue and the electric blue that is coming directly out of the top part of the collar. I'm going to start on my right. I'm going to use my paracord needle. So you have a gap between your two cow's hitches and your work. So I'm starting on my right with my midnight blue, and I'm going to stick my midnight blue right inside that gap, and I'll do my midnight blue on the left side as well. Once you have those two cords through, you can take your electric blue now that is on your right side coming out of the top, and you're going to want to stick this cord right in between the two cow's hitches. So there's a hole right in between those two cow's hitches, and that's where you're going to put your cord. And you'll do the same with the cord on your left. Once you have that done, you can pull on everything nice and tight, make it nice and snug, and we can start to cut and burn everything. So I am going to start on my right side on these cords that are coming out of the side, the ones that I didn't sew in, and I want to cut them about a quarter of a way up. And I need new scissors, can you tell? Oh my god. And I'll do the same for the other cord. And you want to fray them out, even though my scissor did a fine job by itself. And I'm going to melt the top of one at a time, and I'm going to squish it down with my butter knife. So I am going to start with this back one. I'm just going to melt the top. And then I'm going to push that down. I will do the same for the other cord, the blue mix. Melt that one. And then I'm going to squish that down as well. And I'm going to do the same on the opposite side cords. So I'm going to start with the midnight blue, and I'm going to do the midnight blue cords first, and I'm going to do them one at a time. I'll cut them about the same length, maybe a little bit longer. Fray it out. And then I'm going to melt the top. Squish it down. Once you finish that one, you can go and do the next one, and then you can do the same with the electric blue. Okay, so once you have that taken care of, you can put your adapter on and use it as is if you'd like. I like to put a little bit of Gorilla Glue around the ends that I just melted. I use non-foaming clear Gorilla Glue, and you don't need a lot, but you can put this around the edges that you just melted. And I'm going to rub that in and let that dry. And once it is completely dry, I will put my Thane on and I will let you guys see what it looks like when it is done.